Welcome back, friends, and guess who still doesn't have his Steam Deck? No, not Adam. He has his. It's me. I don't have one. For now. But this isn't going to stop me from helping you understand some of the most asked questions around the Steam Deck. Or if you're someone who already knows a ton and are sick of answering questions, then feel free to share this video out to those who keep on asking. By the end of this short video, you'll be better equipped to know what the Steam Deck is, along with the specifications, what you'll be able to do with it, and how to interface with the portable powerhouse. Now, enough blabbing from me about what you'll learn, and get into the learning. First and foremost, I suppose it would be best to actually explain what Valve's Steam Deck is for those who might be uninitiated. Think of a portable Linux-powered gaming computer that resembles a traditional handheld gaming console. Think that because that's what it is, a full-featured computer running a custom Linux operating system that fits in your hands. Sure, it's in a handheld format, but there's really nothing you can't do with this little miracle machine, and that includes installing Windows and running it like a desktop by using a dock. It is available in 3 different configurations, 2 of which only differ in storage capacity, with the 64GB model coming in at $399 and the larger 256GB model coming in at $529. But if you're already spending that much, then maybe consider the Big Daddy with 512GB and even faster storage, an upgraded anti-gloss screen, a deluxe carrying case, and more. However, that model is going to set you back a smooth $649. But if you do get the 64GB model, you can still add a bigger micro SD card for even more storage. If it's capable of all of that, then the next question has to be, how powerful is the Steam Deck? I mean, if it's a gaming PC, then it has to have some grunt, right? Well, it has grunt. The processor in the Steam Deck comes courtesy of AMD and is an equivalent of a Zen 2 mobile processor with a quad-core and 8-threaded design, with clock speeds topping out at 3.5 GHz. And, well, I know in the desktop space we're seeing tons of 8 to 16 or more core CPUs, but remember, this is a portable gaming rig, not a portable CAD workstation. Graphics come by way of Radeon in the form of 8 compute units powered by RDNA 2 technologies. Now, this is very reminiscent of the same architecture powering the Xbox Series consoles and the PlayStation 5. Oh, and the Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards. Now, the system and the graphics share 16GB of soldered-on LP DDR5 memory running at a blistering 5500 megatransfers per second. Sharing that memory will be a breeze for the system and graphics, so I wouldn't let it being shared bother you. And why wouldn't I? Well, honestly, the screen resolution is only 1280 by 800, so you're not trying to push 1080p here. So the specs are well within reason for today and tomorrow. Also, I can't help but express how happy I am to see the 16:10 ratio making a comeback lately on portable devices. Okay, so we've got an idea of what the Steam Deck is and how powerful it is. But what about how big it is? Well, it's quite the chonk. If you were expecting a petite pocket-sized device, then well, maybe you're in for a bit of a surprise. As the official specs state, the Steam Deck measures in at 298 by 117 by 49 millimeters, or 11.7 inches by 4.6 inches by 1.9 inches for my stateside folks. And that's not small at all. In fact, if you put it on the measuring scale, you can see that it's longer than a 2021 iPad, bigger than the OG Switch, and roughly the same size as 2 Xbox controllers sitting side by side. But this was taken into account with the design of the way you hold the Steam Deck, and I haven't come across many people who have had a lot to complain about it when it comes to ergonomics. Okay, let's talk about something you may have overlooked. Now, this is a portable gaming PC at heart, right? Well, you see the controller layout easily enough, but what about the system interfacing? Like mouse and keyboard inputs. Well, on-screen props and keyboards exist for inputting information when filling out names and other information, and there are 2 capacitive touchpads on either side of the screen for that, along with mouse navigation. But this is going to be a bit of a sticking point and something to consider when picking the games you want to play with your Steam Deck. Sure, you can modify and set up custom controls, but I would honestly recommend sticking with titles that explicitly support controllers natively. Now, Adam disagrees, and he thinks the deep customization options make it akin to the long-dead Steam controller, which allows for endless ways to tailor the controls to your likings. This brings me to my next point, game selection. Which games can you play on the Steam Deck? Well, technically almost all of them if you go through the hassle of installing Windows 10 and giving up a good bit of performance. But realistically, you'll want to stick with the included custom operating system and use the Steam Deck as it was intended. But it's Linux! Okay, I hear you. And Valve has done an amazing work with the Steam Play's Proton emulation layer that allows for native Windows games to run within the Linux environment. And Valve has established a Deck Verified program to showcase what games will run and at what level they're supported. You can even now shop exclusively from a list of verified games, making the whole process easier. In fact, you can go right now and find out just what games in your library are Deck verified before you even think about getting into a virtual line to get your own. By now, I hope I've helped answer some of the more basic questions around the Valve Steam Deck. I'm sure you have many more, and if you do, head over to Michael Kreider's article on PC World that I've linked down in the description below. There you can find other answered questions like, can it run emulators, and what about Xbox Game Pass? But for now, I'm heading out, and if you have any questions not answered, then drop them down in the comments section, and I'll be sure to hit up Adam and see what he has to say in between his own Steam Deck sessions. And while you're down there, hit the thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed here at PC World for even more PC hardware and software goodness.